This is a message from your guides reading for the child. Okay, so I have 3 group crystals here. I have 2 that I pulled specifically for your reading. I keep pulling 2 for everybody. I just realized that this is only the 3rd one though, so not necessarily. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and surround us in some positive space, some protective space for the reading with my green fluorite here. So this is one of the ones that I specifically pulled for your reading. Okay, so green fluorite, like I said, so this is a heart chakra stone, really good for healing. It's a very calming stone, so good for anxiety as well. And so healing emotions especially. And then I have my Tektite here. So this is the other one that I pulled for you specifically. I'm going to go ahead and surround you in this one as well. Okay, so as I'm surrounding you in the energy here, it's like it was going literally over all of your aura, like an outline of your whole body, like going over like all of your fingers, your toes, and everything. And it felt like your guides are kind of emphasizing clearing a little bit right now. They're clearing you out of some stuff. But it feels like this is mainly something that they're doing energetically, so you might feel it a little bit like emotionally or something like that, but I don't feel like it's going to necessarily be, I don't feel like it will be as bad as some other times, especially when you have something specific to put it to, or where something external is almost causing or triggering the healing or clearing that needs to happen. So you might see some of it or feel some of it, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be as big of an issue. It just feels like something energetic that they're doing, but at the same time, for some reason, they want you to almost notice it. They want you to know that it's happening this time for some reason. So they're making you aware of it. I'm not sure exactly why that is, because I know there are plenty of other times when they're clearing you. Probably most of the time they're clearing you. I feel like they're clearing you of some specific things, though. I also feel like sometimes you ask to be cleared. And I feel like they hear you and they respond. But I don't feel like this is only a conscious thing either. I actually feel like this is even on other levels of yourself. You ask to be cleared, which is a really good thing. So this actually means that more and more parts of like your subconscious are actually getting on board with you being healed and cleared. So that means that there's a significantly less number of thought forms as well that would want to negate something like that. So you're definitely clearing yourself a lot. Oh, wow, that's random and something that I read a really long time ago. Oh, I'm supposed to email you that specifically. I'm not supposed to say that for some reason. Oh, I should open my notes over here. I didn't have them up, and now I kind of need them. Sticky notes. This is how I remembered what your crystals were last time. I wrote them on the sticky notes. Okay, so I'm supposed to send you something. Okay, so I'm going to get into the group crystals here. Okay, I'm going to surround you in these as well. So I'm going to start with my sodalite. As I so often do, I have some throat chakra stones here. Actually, all three of these are throat chakra stones. So sodalite, a throat chakra stone. This has to do with clarity, speaking your truth. It's a little bit of a third eye stone as well. But for sure a throat chakra stone, even mainly, primarily to me, it's very much about speaking your truth. It's about healing, communications, communicating your truth effectively and who you are effectively. Also setting boundaries and things like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and surround you in this energy as well now. I kind of get to clear myself here as well when all this is happening, because I'm in such a habit of surrounding myself and then visualizing it over the person, because I'm just in this habit of almost like I want to keep my energy over here, if you know what I mean, and not interfere with the reading or give any of my energy to the other person or vice versa. So I'm just in a major habit of doing that. But there's definitely a perk to doing that, which I didn't really think of. There's such an energy with this, like your guides, it's like they're almost taking the energy and almost kind of lasering it into you. Like this is not just going like around you. It feels like it's literally like they're kind of pushing it down into you. Almost like kind of cutting into you, but it more feels almost like a laser type of thing. Like almost like a light beam if it's like cutting or like passing through. So it feels like something ethereal at the same time. And something like passing like into, it feels almost like penetrating into more the inside of your aura. Your emotional body as well, specifically, is coming up. I guess that's why they were saying you might notice it a little bit in your emotions, but not really anything big. And there's also a thought form that they're removing. I don't feel like you need to know about that one because I feel like they're taking it out. I feel like it's a smaller one, but it's It almost helps to support some other ones that are larger, so it's still important for it to be taken out, but you don't really need to know what it is because they're handling it. Okay, so that's the sodalite. Now let's move on. Okay, so my aura quartz. So these three that I'm showing you now, the sodalite, this one, and the next one I'm going to show you, these were the group crystals. So this is my aura quartz. This is actually angel aura quartz, because there are different ones. So to say it very specifically, so this as well is a throat chakra stone. So it does have to do with communication and truth and things like that, but it more focuses on healing, a lot of deep healing, also calling on angelic energies. It has a lot of kind of softer, higher kind of energies with it. So it's not going to like get in there and heal you, more like soothe you, kind of healing happening with this one. Also, it's good for intuition as well. And so is the sodalite. It's good for intuition and some different psychic abilities. So this, when I'm surrounding you in this almost feels like water. Like if you're like almost like fire, like gets in there and really cleanses, and then this almost feels like cooling, like water. So it's more healing than cleansing. And it feels almost like what's needed kind of after the cleansing happens, because it even feels kind of like sealing a little bit, like sealing you off once things have been more removed and cleansed out. Okay, so last but not least, I'm already a little over the time frame, but here we go. It's my malachite. So this is actually a heart chakra and a throat chakra stone. And there's a lot of intense energies with malachite. It's a very intense stone. It's very good for grounding, clearing, holding your truth. Also, it's a very transformative stone, and it amplifies pretty much anything. So you have to be a little bit careful with this stone because it can amplify anything, whether it's negative or it's positive. And then it's also a very protective stone as well. So I feel like this is almost for grounding. It almost feels like they're kind of solidifying the cleansing and the healing that they did. It feels like they're going all through the inside as well. So they're kind of making sure everything is sealed. Okay, so that is the end of this reading clearing thing that we just did there. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that for you. And I will see you next week. Namaste.